Hey guys, I'm super excited to finally get to talk to you about Thor, Love and Thunder. This movie hits theaters everywhere this Friday, July 8th. And if you love Taika Waititi and if you loved Thor Ragnarok, this is the movie for you. Let's talk about it. Let's get my spoiler-free review. But before we dive into it, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Okay guys, so if you've been following this channel for even just a little while, then you know I was at the world premiere in LA for Thor, Love and Thunder, and ever since the second this movie ended, I've been dying to see it again. Now, I love Taika Waititi in the same way that I love James Gunn. I think that what they do as a director and writer is just absolutely brilliant. And I've said it on Twitter, I've said it before. This movie, Thor, Love and Thunder, is very much Taika Waititi. It is a Taika Waititi movie. If you didn't know he directed it going in, if you didn't know he wrote it going in, it is almost instantly apparent that he is the one at the helm. And this is exactly in the way that you know that about the Suicide Squad when it comes to James Gunn. This is Taika just having an absolute blast and doing what he does best. Like I said, I love the Ragnarok movie. That's my favorite Thor movie, hands down. And then now you give me this and it makes it really hard for me to decide which one is better. Where I would probably lean towards Ragnarok, honestly, except for the fact that the Guardians of the Galaxy are in this one, and you guys know my love for the Guardians, so that really just pushes this above Ragnarok for me. Now, you guys know I love the Guardians of the Galaxy, so only getting about 20 minutes of them was just not enough. It absolutely flew by. That being said, what we got was incredible, and I know James Gunn had a little bit of a hand in the writing there, and it really comes off, and just obviously having James Gunn and Taika Waititi work together is incredible because I think they're both geniuses and I love what they do. I love their sense of humor and I love their sense of their style of directing and their visions. And so just very, very thrilled with how that came out and how the little bit of the Guardians that we get works into the story. Now, speaking of the story, I think this is a great story. There's a lot of elements from the comic books, which made me very, very happy. And even though I'm not the biggest Natalie Portman fan, especially in this role of Jane Foster, I love what Taika does with Jane Foster in this movie. This is not the Jane Foster we've gotten in the past. She's changed a little bit. She's a little bit funnier. She's a little bit sassier. And I kind of dig it. I kind of love where her character goes in this story. I think she's great. I think Natalie Portman just absolutely crushes this role and brings something new to Jane Foster, which made me very, very, very happy, especially as a fan of her in the comic books. I was excited to see her on the screen here and what she does again with this role and her relationship with Thor, which I don't want to say too much, obviously. This is going to be spoiler free, but I enjoy their back and forth and I enjoy their banter that they have. It's very Taika and it really works well in the story, which, yes, it's hilarious. It's so funny, of course, because it's Taika Waititi. It's bright, it's colorful, it's vibrant. The action scenes are bananas and just massive and in your face and so good. But this story is very emotional and dark as well. Gorr the God Butcher is a very dark villain, okay? If you know even just a little bit about him, listen, his name, right? Gorr the God Butcher. He literally butchers gods. Of course it's going to be dark. Of course he's going to be evil. And Christian Bale does a phenomenal job with this character. I mean, it's Christian Bale, right? He's amazing. I love the choice to keep him looking the way he looks. Now, at first, I gotta say, as a fan of the comics, I was like, ugh. He doesn't look right. You know, it's not Gorr. He looks so different in the comics, but Christian absolutely pulls it off. I mean, you don't hire someone like Christian Bale to just cover him up with CGI. His face really helps to tell the story throughout many times. The movie actually opens up with him, and it's so good. And like I said, it's dark, emotional. It adds a whole lot of layers to this story. So it's not just funny. It's not just hilarious. There's so many moments that are like, ugh, like gut punches, right? That really, really get you and that are dark and scary and creepy. Like creepy and scary in the way that Multiverse of Madness had some creepy and scary moments. It's obviously not that throughout the entire film, like Multiverse of Madness is, but there are those elements, those kind of listen, Gorr moves through the shadows, okay? He does some crazy stuff that is like terrifying. Like there are jump scares in this movie. So I love that it just brings a whole lot of stuff that I love together, right? Comic book stuff. It brings together an incredibly epic soundtrack, which, you know, doesn't surprise me. I mean, you could tell just from the trailer we were going to get some sweet tunes, and we did. We've got the Guardians in there. We've got some absolutely hilarious moments. You've got stunning visuals with just beautiful, bright vibrancy. And then you've got, you know, some really dark, creepy stuff, emotional stuff. I mean, it all comes together for a really, really great story. I think the runtime is great. Less than 2 hours. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Too many movies are too long, and I think this is absolutely perfect with its runtime. There's a couple of jokes that fall flat here and there, and there's a couple of things that maybe drag it out a little bit, but for the most part, this thing flies by. It keeps moving. Its pacing is on point, and it's one of the things I really, really love about it. And Tessa Thompson, my namesake, not really, but you know, we do share the name, of course. I absolutely adore her as King Valkyrie. I love her so much in Ragnarok, and I think she really gets to shine in Love and Thunder. We get some great moments with her. Of course, there's also some great moments with Korg, which is Taika, as you guys know. There's even some great moments with Meek. I mean, there's so much going on in this story. There's some stuff I was about to blurt out, but I think it's too spoilery, so I will save that for another day. But overall, man, this movie is just so fun. It's fun, but it's also dark, and it does both so well. Listen, I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and there are 2 end credit scenes. Well, a mid-credit and then an end credit. The mid-credit, I freaked out. I was so excited. I know it's been leaked, but do yourself a favor and don't check that out ahead of time. Trust me, you really, truly want to see it in the moment. It was amazing. The end credit it's fun. It's really good. I was very excited to see a certain something happen, but the mid-credit is the one that stole the scene, stole the moment for me, I guess. That was my favorite of the end credits. We also, as you guys know, have Russell Crowe coming in as Zeus, who I thought was a phenomenal casting. He was really great. I was cautiously optimistic, but he really does a great job with Zeus. He's a lot of fun. It's exactly the Zeus you read about in Greek mythology. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. So, had an absolute blast with him as well. Overall, my biggest issue is there's a couple of small pacing issues, but really, overall, not so bad. And then, of course, Guardians. I mean, I could have taken Guardians throughout the entire thing. So only getting about 20 minutes was a little disappointing. But I love the costumes. I love just Thor in this. I really, truly love Thor in this. It's probably my favorite movie of him. Like him specifically. I think he's so great in it. And Chris Hemsworth is incredible. He knows this character so well. But he really gets to play here. And it's a lot of fun. So overall, I give Thor Love and Thunder a 4.5 out of 5. Again, I'm super biased because we've got the Guardians in here. So obviously, I love that. But this is really my type of Marvel movie. I like when they can balance the side of humor and fun and just stunning visuals along with dark and emotional. And again, this has one of the best fight scenes in the entire MCU towards the end. I can't wait to really dive into it more once I'm able to talk about spoilers. But guys, do yourselves a favor and go see Thor Love and Thunder in theaters July 8th. Trust me, you guys don't want to miss it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Now, if by the time you've gotten to this review, you've already seen Thor Love and Thunder, let me know what you thought down below in the comments. Let's discuss. Try to keep it spoiler-free-ish in the comments for people who haven't seen it yet. And thanks for taking the time to watch this. Guys, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and yes, I am now on TikTok. I'm MamasGeeky over on all those outlets, MamasGeeky. And be sure to check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.